Hello dear traders, I'm Maria Staradop and this is the review of crypto analytics from fx.co. It's the 15th of February, today Wednesday, and in our today's review, Microsoft shuts down its Industrial Metaverse to pour resources to other areas. Meanwhile, Bitcoin's market is quite volatile on the publication of US inflation data. Let's start. We will start with news and the article by Jakub Novak. News from company Microsoft that shuts down its Industrial Metaverse, and the company reportedly laid off its entire Industrial Metaverse core group of 100 employees. This came as part of announced layoff of 10,000 people in January. This Metaverse core group was dedicated to bringing the Metaverse into an industrial environment. It was created just a few months ago and was expected to serve as a bridge to implement Metaverse interfaces to control power plants, industrial robotics, and transportation networks. And now the company decided to shut down this project to pour the resources to other areas such as artificial intelligence. Early reports show that Microsoft's cuts have affected other Metaverse projects, as well as employees of the Altspace VR Metaverse platform, which announced its closure by March of this year. Since January of this year, Microsoft has been actively investing in all-based startups. Thus, against the backdrop of the crypto winter, it's not surprising that the company has shut down a number of non-core projects and refocused on more alternative direction. And experts think that most likely once the crypto industry rises from the ashes, which will affect the emergence of new startups, including in the metaverse, it will be easier for Microsoft to invest in them at an early stage than to spend money and maintain their development. Okay. And now let's move to cryptocurrencies themselves and Bitcoin, and the article by Artem Petrenko. So, what's happening with the flagship cryptocurrency? The situation in the cryptocurrency market is gradually moving into the stage of consolidation with increase in volatility. As a result, the price of Bitcoin produces sharper and deeper movements as it happened on Monday. And the corrective movement of Bitcoin continues to intensify and is supported by external fundamental factors. Though the price reacts quite weakly to the aggressive policy of Securities and Exchange Commission, but the facts suggest that the market sentiment is deteriorating and trading volumes are falling. So what is the fundamental background? Analysts at Sentiment recorded a sharp increase in the volume of whale transactions of the weekend. In addition, CoinShares experts recorded an outflow of funds from crypto products in the amount of $7 million after 2 weeks of solid inflows. This also indicates a deterioration in market sentiment, which will affect trading volumes and the movement of Bitcoin's price. The scandal with Binance USD is still raging, and the stablecoin has already lost its peg to the US dollar amid sharp negative sentiment. At the same time, it's worth noting that Bitcoin behaves with restraint and does not show a clear decline against the backdrop of this news, which indicates the formation of bullish margin of safety. However, the second part of February risks becoming a difficult period for stock market. According to the latest data, the fear and greed index in the stock market remains in the greed zone. However, there is every reason to believe that the indices will begin to decline in the near future. This is primarily due to the growing correlation between the shrinking Fed balance sheet and the S&P price action. And Bank of America said that this week that U.S. system is again experiencing a decline in liquidity, and given this, we should expect a decrease in the S&P indices and cryptocurrencies as well. Also, Carlson analysts say that February is historically weak month for stock indices. However, the resumption of the Fed's balance sheet reduction process may affect the quotes of the stock index. In this case, we can expect similar movement from Bitcoin. What's going on with technical picture? Let's have a look at the chart. Bitcoin continues to move within 21,300-900 range, and as a result of a day before yesterday, the bear significantly increased pressure and managed to push the price to the support level of 21,300. And thanks to the activation and confident repurchase by buyers, the asset ended the trading day with dodgy candles, as we can see. This confident buyback may indicate a gradual completion of the consolidation and the resumption of the upward movement. However, technical indicators, as we can see, continue to move in a flat direction, but the situation may change. It should have changed in the second half of yesterday. The article was written right before that. And as we all remember, yesterday US inflation data was released and the final forecast was formed in the region of 6.2%. If an indicator falls below this mark, the market will react with an impulsive growth. And there is likelihood of an impulsive price movement at this time. We will shortly see this on the chart for the moment. And now, making a conclusion, Artem says that Bitcoin remains closely associated with stock indices, which will gradually go into corrective peak, and forecasts of S&P falling to 3,600 raise questions, but in the event of any corrective movement of funds, Bitcoin will also decline. As for the short-term outlook, an option with an upward spurt of 1 or 2 days to the levels of 22,800, 23,400 is possible. However, market sentiment is changing and the stock market is approaching correction. So Bitcoin is not expected to rise above 25,000 in the medium term. Okay, let's have a look at the chart for the moment. Today, 15th of February, and yes, we see that very volatility, right in the end of yesterday when the inflation data was released. Right before that, Bitcoin was about 21,800. Then it went sharply up, such a big green candle. In the moment it rose to points 22,268, and then it started to decline, but not so sharply. It opened today already at 22,180, and now it is trading at 22,088. So yes, everything is according to of the forecast, that very volatility, that very significant rise. However, Bitcoin hasn't reached that very levels Arthur mentioned, 22,800, 23,400. However, it's really close to them. So everything is according to forecast. Bitcoin may rise for a couple of days. However, in the medium term, we can expect a correction. This is all for today. As usual, I wish you profitable trading. Don't miss to write your comments and questions down below, and see you next time tomorrow in our next review. Goodbye.